Hey, this is Paul. So it's been 13 hours since my last video, and the reason I'm hopping on now is because I'm actually going to be hopping on a call with my mentor in a bit, and I just want to share my results. Now, the actual sandbox testing, where I'm actually testing out 5 different headlines against the same copy and the same ad, and I was actually testing it against 5 different audiences, which are actually lookalike audiences on my Pixel. I've got some interesting discoveries right now, so I want to share that with you. And then once I've actually spoken to my mentor, I want to kind of come and share some more insights. So, and also I'll show you my organic as well. Obviously, we're going to do, we'll look at both on each video. So as of yesterday, I had 9 leads in, 14 leads according to Facebook. But what's really interesting about this is that you'll see, when I come into here, that's 14 total leads. I actually switched some of these off. This one was doing pretty good, but I switched it off. But you'll actually see inside of here that if I come inside this one here, my average cost per lead yesterday was $6.76. These were quite high, so I switched them off, and these were quite low. So I kept those on. So that was my logic, was to keep these ones on. What I didn't notice until today was that I hadn't really spent that much on these ones, but I had on these ones, right? So I should have not done that. Another mistake I think I made was I upped it from 50 to 75, which, as far as I know, you're not supposed to up it too much, maybe like 5 or 10%, a few dollars a time. So again, that could have been a mistake. So these are all stuff I'm going to mention with my mentor. But what's actually happened here is that today I've had 4 leads, but these have actually shot up. This has actually gone from, like, if I show you here, look, you can see that this has gone from $1 to $3 per lead to like $10 per lead. So I'm not quite sure why that's happened. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the pixel and the algorithm's still sort of working itself out. But again, I'm not quite sure what data to draw from that, from my sandbox testing, because does that mean that these headlines are better or worse? I'm not quite sure. So that's quite interesting. So those are the sort of questions I'll be asking a bit later. Now, what's also weird, you'll notice, like, if I go back to my ad set level here, you'll see that I had 4 leads today, and yesterday it's saying I had 14. So it's saying I've had 18 leads in 2 days. But if I go into, this is the actual page. This is the Facebook This is the actual page that we, the actual stats, and this actually shows the opt-ins. This is inside a Kartra. This tracks all my opt-ins for me. But this is actually showing, and also I tag them as well, so it actually tracks tags. So I check the tags, and I've checked this against this. It actually shows only 11. So it's really inconsistent. So I'm actually missing 7 leads. And the good thing is it's showing a 50% conversion. But then, having said that, how is Facebook, because Facebook looks at the page where they land on when they get the lead, how is Facebook understanding a different thing to me? Because these leads are actually tracked via Facebook. Based on the landing pages. So again, that's another thing I'm not quite sure about. Again, I'm just sharing, sort of like spitballing my thoughts on what that is. And if you've got any insights, guys, any of you guys know anything about this, obviously feel free to post down below. I'd love to hear anyone who's a ninja on Facebook who knows about this, what I'm missing and what I'm not. I'm trying to sort of look at it as analytically as I can. And yeah, so that's interesting. But one thing what was really good is that obviously the conversion rate has gone up, which is kind of cool. Right, so if we just look at what we've got this week, and then what we'll do is we'll do a comparison side by side. I'm going to do that every single video just so we can sort of keep up to track what's going on, right? So we can see that this week we've actually officially we've generated 22 leads from Facebook, and that has cost us $373.52 divided by 23, which has actually cost us $16.24 per lead. So we've actually generated 22 leads from paid traffic that's cost us $373. And if we do the same for the organic traffic, which is YouTube videos, we've actually generated 8. We've actually tipped over the 50% conversion, which is great. And obviously that's cost us nothing. So yeah, I'm going to pause this and I'll come back a bit later on. Right, so I just came off the call with my mentor and I've got some massive takeaways. So apparently everything's looking really good. It's pretty good. This click-through rate is insane. It's really good. That's apparently really, really good. And also the cost per click's quite high, but we don't worry about that so much. and the cost per lead is pretty good based on the last 7 days. Based on today alone, these are pretty high, but apparently you have to run it from midnight to midnight. So I actually started this yesterday, so we don't know what that is until midnight. So the takeaways I got from this is I'm actually needing to test out some more audiences against the 2 winning headlines, and also just to check that there's no other winning headlines on all of these, which there was another one actually that we looked at that was, so I might test that headline again, and that was that, let's actually do this last 7 days. There was a couple of leads here. There was 8 leads in this one. And this one looked pretty good once we looked at it over 7 days. So how mad was to reduce ad spend by over 90%. So I'm going to be testing out that one as well. So I'm going to actually test out those 2 or 3 with some new audiences. And I'm just going to test out with my warm audience. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to be posting this video tomorrow. So I'll probably be 1 day behind, so you can actually see. And then what will happen is that you'll be able to see how many opt-ins are coming in. So obviously I'm going to put the link on the page for the 10-part series if you want to go and grab that and find out how I actually get organic traffic to my offers for free and actually save myself all this money with cold traffic. And you'll be able to see that method and put that to work in your business, as well as copying this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.